Okay, this is the watch list video for Monday, January 9th. Looking at the SPY, it's still kind of trying to break out of this little flag formation. Pretty strong day on Friday, so let's go right into the watch list. EBIO had a really nice move back here in early November. It's really been kind of forming a flag pattern ever since, and then tried to break out. I guess this was Wednesday of last week. Sellers came in and it's right back up. So I don't have like a specific trigger price. I mean, Friday's high was 238, so certainly over that. This one might take off to the upside. But I like the chart. It's certainly worth keeping a watch on all week. Weight Watchers. Now we've got WTW. We got 2 days lower on declining volume after that monster day. And man, I had this thing on watch like on this pullback for like 3 or 4 days in a row, and I take it off my watch list for that day. I was not on watch, and then it just went nuts. But now we got an opportunity because it's two days lower, back kind of near the top of this range. I don't know. I think it's worth watching for a turn back up on Monday. GNVC. This is a little bit weird. I don't love this one, but it had this move from 340 to 447 in one day, and then on less than half the volume, gave back some of that move on Friday. I don't love this one, but I definitely want to keep an eye on it because it's a low floater that any news or anything or any kind of volume comes in, this one might just squeeze. So let's keep that one on watch. PRAN had a really nice pop on Thursday. Quiet inside day on Friday. Just looking for a third day play there. IDXG. Anytime something moves from 491 to 1425 on an intraday basis, all right, and then a few days later, it's down for a few days. Absolutely want to watch this one. It's a low floater, and as you can see, can squeeze at times. I like the fact that now we've got 3 days lower on declining volume. I think it's time to start watching that for a turn back up. CYCC, still just in this kind of coiling pattern after this big 2 day pop, so it just goes back on watch. No trades in it for me on Friday. ZFGN, sometimes you get a follow-through day. I mean, I always want to dissuade people from, thinking, hey, I want to trade this one again the next day after it's made a huge move like that. But sometimes you can get one of the setups that we teach in our course or in our chat room that the very next day it might give a trade. So it'll be on watch all week, but I'm going to start watching it tomorrow. PTX, nice volume stick on Friday. And it doesn't look like maybe much, but it went from 226 to 343 on an intraday basis before settling in under 3. So that one, that's actually a really good percentage move, and I like the volume. That one might have a follow-through day also. BIOS has been, showing some big volume days. And, you had this big 2 day run from basically 107 to the high the next day was 159. That's a huge move, probably a 50% move. And then it looked like it was going to roll right back over. And then all of a sudden on Friday, right back up through recent highs before giving back some of the gains. So that one, it's got some juice behind it. We're going to keep our eyes on that one. And then GEVO, I think they did a reverse split. And so it had a big volume pop on Friday. I would have preferred this close a little stronger. All right, the range was 405 all the way to 535 before settling in. No, I said that wrong. I'm sorry. 320 was the low, all the way to 535 before settling in at 405. So, I would have preferred a stronger close, but it's certainly worth watching. And a couple bonus picks here. IMGN is probably worth watching. I love the fact that it made this huge move, right? And then after that, it looked like, okay, now it's going to come back down to the moving averages, and it's right back up. So I don't have a trigger price for you, but I want to keep that one on watch too. And I'd like to see this OREX come in for another day or two. But that's a huge move right there. Love to see it come back down, near the 8 day. So it feels too soon to start watching it for Monday, but anything can happen. So I'm going to also watch that OREX. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it at that. And looking forward to a good trading week, and we'll see everybody on Monday.